Bitcoin just had a pullback, and a lot of people are now worried that we are going to start to break down and go down to lower prices again. Today, guys, I am going to talk about why we are seeing this pullback right now. And you can see that the orange line is trying to do its best to hold up the Bitcoin price. I'll talk about the reason why. I will talk about if I think that we are going to go down to lower prices and everything else you need to know. We do have a couple of very important charts and just information in general we need to go over. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end of this video. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. And just like I said in the intro, on the 4-hourly time frame, you can see that we had a decent pullback here. And why did we see this? Well, we actually saw this right as the CME Bitcoin futures opened in the United States. So you can see right here on the 15-minute candles, we saw the institutions start to dump Bitcoin right here. And this is what has actually led the downwards trend for Bitcoin here in the short term. Now, as you can see, we are on the hourly time frame finding support of this orange line right here. And if this fails to hold us up, we do have, and this is something we already know, we do have massive support inside of the orange box, which starts at $63,700. So do I think on the balance of probabilities that we are going to go down any lower than $63,700? Well, let's call it between $63,700 and $63,000. I do think that on the balance of probabilities, this orange box is going to hold up the Bitcoin price should we go down. So should you be selling Bitcoin right now if you believe that we are going to find support of this level anyway? Well, we are about just 1.2% away from it. So for me, of course, I'm not selling any Bitcoin. My stance right now is that any pullback, any dip for Bitcoin is meant for buying, because we are going to have a massive tsunami wave hitting the markets, which is going to absolutely blast Bitcoin to much higher prices. I will talk about that here in a little bit. Now, on the 2-day chart, you can see that we failed to actually go up and close above one entire candle to close above this trend line. And also, I warned you about this yesterday, how previously we have actually gone up above the orange line. We have had a push towards higher prices. However, then we have once again started to go down. This has happened actually 2 times. You can see right here, we went up above it just for us to go down again. We went up above it just for us to go down again. And this is why in yesterday's video, I was warning you, look guys, we need to stay above this point because we have seen it in the past that we go above it and then go down to lower prices. Now, do I think that we're going to go down as low as, let's say, this trend line right here at $50,000? I do not think so. I do think that in this instance, sure, the pullback is happening, but I do think that we are going to go up to higher prices pretty soon as well. And for traditional markets, you can see that traditional markets are doing pretty well. So Bitcoin is not going down based on traditional markets or gold or anything like that. But let us talk about some other factors. We already talked about institutions dumping Bitcoin here when the CME futures opened. We also have something else, and that is if you look at the amount of leverage in the market, we are right now at $19.1 billion in open interest. What is open interest? It is the amount of leverage in the market. Okay, so how much of the positions are right now on leverage with $19 billion? And since March of 2024, it has only surpassed $18 billion 6 times. So it has surpassed it 6 times, and each time it went up or it passed $18 billion, that marked a little bit of a local top for Bitcoin. So you have the Bitcoin price in purple, you have the open interest in yellow. You can see it very clearly. When we went up to over $18 billion in open interest, meaning the leverage is very high in the market, we do tend to see a little bit of a pullback, right? So this is also causing a little bit of fear in the market right now. However, just like I've been saying, I do think that any dip is made for buy-in. So that is my stance still, and that is what I am acting on. Now, let us talk about something else, because I mentioned a big tsunami of liquidity hitting the markets, and it is starting right now. So the Chinese stock market, it is up 16% today and 18% in 5 days. Beijing 50 index posts record 15% intraday jump. Record 1 trillion Chinese yuan traded in 30 minutes. Brokerage open 24/7 to accommodate retail traders. Commerce Ministry says it will improve policy effectiveness, and Chinese brokers crashing due to high traffic. It truly feels like 2020 all over again. So the liquidity is hitting the market. It's starting with China. It's going to continue with the rest of the world. So this is why I'm telling you, even if you see some short-term stuff happening here and the Bitcoin price going down, it is only a matter of time until we start going up again due to this massive, there's nothing that can stop this massive wave, this tsunami of liquidity that is going to hit the markets. So that is all great. And if you look at the altcoin situation, you can see that there's massive amounts of unlocks still due to happen in the upcoming months. So in October, you will have $115 million from Sui. Zeta Chain is having $40 million of an unlock. Mutable X, $60 million. You have Aptos, $92 million. So this just continues. More and more tokens are having massive unlocks. And because we're not really in the raging part of the bull market, we are in a bull market, but we're at an early stage of this current trend. And I do think that these altcoins, I mean, if you don't have buyers for this, it's only going to affect the prices towards the downside, right? So with altcoins, we still need to be careful. We're not in the phase where all altcoins goes absolutely nuts immediately. We're going to have that phase of the market as well. But right now, we still need to be a little bit selective with which altcoins we are going to select, right? So I am going to talk about more about that in my videos on the channel as well. So that is all great. And also, there's been a lot of speculation in regards to when FTX are going to distribute the, I think it is almost $17 billion that they're going to distribute to the people that lost money in FTX. And right now, we do have confirmation that on October 7th, there's going to be that final court hearing for the reorganization plan. So after this, they could potentially start to send out money for smaller investors, so up to $50,000 in claims. So for everyone that have been looking at Twitter, they've been looking at YouTube, they've been hearing all of this about people getting all of their money already. That is not the case. They still need to go through this process, but it is going to happen and it is going to pump our markets. So that is also fantastic. Now, another reason why we're seeing a little bit of potentially skepticism from some people is because the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is right now at greed. So a lot of people are greedy right now. A lot of people are short-term bullish on Bitcoin. And what I would say about that is the same thing I've been saying all along. We're going to have massive amounts of liquidity happening. Do not be too bothered with the short-term price action right here. We can see that this current candle is going down, meeting my orange line again potentially. Maybe we'll go down to the orange box. I do think there's a decent chance we find support of this level. Maybe we'll go down lower, but any kind of dip for Bitcoin is made for buying at this point, guys. So that is what I am personally doing. And as always, guys, we will see if that's going to be the case or not, if it's going to turn out to be profitable, but I do think that that is going to happen. And if you want to get the best deposit bonuses available out there, you get up to $30,000 on Bybit, you get up to $60,000 on OKX and up to $40,000 on BitGet. So make sure to take advantage of all of this. Avo, you get a free $300 trade using the link above. So make sure to take advantage of all of these things, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.